Think you're hot stuff cause your mixer strain was $69. Think again. You're playing checkers while the real mixologists are playing 4D chess. Ever wondered why slapping more fancy ingredients sometimes tanks your value? Or why some blends make you a bang while others get you busted? Get ready, we are diving past the basics into the undocumented techniques, the hidden interactions, and the game-changing knowledge that separates corner dealers from mafia bosses in Schedule 1. And trust me, stick around to the end because I've got one crucial piece of intel, the hidden rule that stops 90% of players from ever creating truly legendary high-profit blends. It's the difference between flipping grams and running an empire. This is your first knowledge nugget, rookie. Don't mess it up. The game throws three base product types at you: grass, crystal, and powder. The powder has highest value at 150, then crystal at 70, and grass a measly 35. But grass has hidden depth. See, the game has 4 grass flavors: OG, Sour Diesel, Green Crack, and Granddaddy Purple. Each gives a starting effect like calming, refreshing, energizing, or sedating. They all have personalities. Crystal and powder, for now, they are blank slates. Pure potential, no starting effects. You will get grass in early game, crystal in mid game, and powder in late game. Now, for the real spice, the ingredients. Okay, listen up. 16 ingredients. That's how many ingredients the game has. Sounds like a lot? Well, yes, it is. But forget memorizing the whole thing right now. Let's break it down into what matters. When you first unlock mixing, the game hands you 4 ingredients. These are your early game essentials. The first one is Cuke. It has energizing effect with a multiplier of 0.22. Then we have Banana, which gives gingeritis effect and has a multiplier of 0.2. It is a cosmetic effect that turns the user's hair into orange. Then we have Paracetamol, which gives sneaky effect with a multiplier of 0.24. This effect is cold early on in the game. It reduces the police heat you get as well as makes it easier for pickpocketing. Then the last ingredient that we have is Donut. It gives calorie dense effect and has a multiplier of 0.28. These ingredients have simple effects and small multipliers, but the game is just getting started. As you grind those levels, things get way more interesting. The mid-game mixers unlock at every level. Pay attention, these add serious utility and weirdness. First up, we have Viagra. It gives Tropic Thunder effect and has a multiplier of 0.46. Then we have Mouthwash, which gives balding effect. Yeah, it really makes the person go bald, which has a multiplier of 0.3. Then we have Flu Medicine that gives sedating effect and has a multiplier of 0.26. Then we unlock Gasoline, which has toxic effect and has a whopping multiplier of 0. Why even use this then? It won't increase any value, but it is crucial for creating specific and rare effects and mutations, which gives real high value stuff. Then we have Energy Drink, which gives athletic effect and has a multiplier of 0.32. This effect gives the user speed boost and making them run 30% faster. Then we have Motor Oil, which gives slippery effect and has a multiplier of 0.34. Then we have Mega Bean, which has foggy effect and a multiplier of 0.36. Lastly, we have Chili, which gives spicy effect and has a multiplier of 0.38. We are seeing some decent multipliers now. Which one of these mid-game ingredients are you using the most? Drop in the comments. Alright, pushing towards the Hustler 3 status, these are the late game powerhouses. They unlock late, but they bring in the heat. First up, we have Battery. It gives bright-eyed effect and has a multiplier of 4. Then we have Iodine, which gives generosing effect and has a multiplier of 0.42. Then we have Addy, which gives thought-provoking effect and has a multiplier of 0.44. And lastly, we have Horse Essence, which unlocks at Hustler level 3. It gives you long-faced effect and has the biggest default multiplier of 0.52. Yes, really, this is a huge multiplier. Okay, that's all for the full spice rack. But just knowing the ingredients isn't enough. How does this all translate into dollars? Let's talk about the money math. Time for the magic equation. This is how the game decides if your blend is street trash or top shelf gold. It's simple, but if you ignore it, you're calling your own doom. Your final price is calculated with the base price of your starting product, for example, grass, crystal, powder, multiplied by 1 plus sum of all the multipliers from all the effects in your blend. Here's an example. We start with crystal and we mix in gasoline, then cuke, then mouthwash, and finally banana. This results in the final blend having euphoric effect that has multiplier of 0.18 and thought-provoking effect that has multiplier of 0.44, balding that has multiplier of 0.3, and gingeritis that has multiplier of 0.2. Adding these multipliers up, we get 1.12. That's the sum of multipliers. Then we plug it in the final equation. We get $70 for the base price multiplied by 2.12, which gives us $148. You see that? Those effects summed up more than double the base value. That is the power of mixing. Small multiplier boosts that add up real fast. But which effects should you target? 34 effects. 34! Some give you superpowers, some make you look ridiculous, and some, well, they make you explode. Each effect has a type. Either it is a cosmetic, i.e. changes how the user looks, or it is an ability, that is, it gives user a bonus power. That power, it can be good or bad. But forget trying to memorize all 34 right now. Let's focus on the top 5 game changers you absolutely need to know. First up, jump higher with a multiplier of 0.54. It is the anti-gravity effect. It lets you jump on rooftops and other higher places, which makes it easier for you to run away from cops. Plus, it has a massive 0.54 multiplier. The recipe is simple. Just take OG broccoli and add mouthwash and boom, you have the anti-gravity effect. Next up, run 30% faster with a multiplier of 0.32. That is the athletic ability. It is an absolute must for people who love efficiency. It makes you move faster, thus making deliveries and escaping from the cops much quicker and usually just getting around. It has a great multiplier of 0.32 and it can be easily created by taking OG broccoli and adding energy drink to it. Police meter feels slower, easier pickpocketing, and a multiplier of 0.24. We have the sneaky ability. Do you hate the cops? Do you need that cash? Then sneaky effect is your friend. It lowers the meter and it makes it easy for you to pickpocket by making the area bigger. The recipe couldn't be any more easy. Just take OG broccoli and add paracetamol to it. Then next up we have the shrinking effect. It has the highest effect in the game of 0.6 and it is a cosmetic effect which makes the user shrink down in size. This is my favorite effect. It is only a cosmetic effect, but that multiplier of 0.6 is the highest and it gives a massive boost to any recipe. The recipe is slightly tricky. You need to take OG broccoli, then add mega bean, then energy drink, then a banana, and then another energy drink. But it's all worth the price. Finally, we have explosive effect. It is pure chaos. Give this to a client and they go kaboom after a timer, taking out anyone who's nearby. This is one of the most hilarious effects. But it will put out your users and clients out for a day. And that zero multiplier, it does tank up your total profit. The recipe is fairly easy. You can make it by taking OG broccoli, adding a donut, and then another donut. Well, there are total 34 effects. I'm gonna flash the list on the screen. Pause or screenshot if you need it. These are pure gems and some duds. But knowing these effects, even the best ones and the useless ones, will help you in your overall gameplay. Well, are you ready for it? The one rule holding back almost everyone in the game. You have learned the basics, the ingredients, the effects, and the math. You're all ready to cook up your legendary strain worth millions. But there is one secret aspect you still don't know. Your blended masterpiece, it can only have a maximum of 8 effects. That's it, 8. Once your blend hits 8 distinct effects, adding more ingredients does not add a 9th effect. Instead, it just mutates the existing effects. You could have crafted the perfect 8 blend aiming for that 0.6x multiplier and one wrong ingredient thinking you're boosting and bam, shrinking mutates into worthless gingeritis of 0.2x. You just killed your own baby. This is the master key. Knowing this limit lets you plan complex, high value blends, stopping at 8 effects or intentionally using mutations if you know what you're doing. This separates the wannabes from mixologist gods. And there you have it, the undocumented secrets, the hidden limit, and the path to becoming a true Schedule 1 mixologist. You now have the knowledge to go beyond the basic $69 strains and craft a blend that will make you rich or just blow up your annoying clients. If this guide unlocked your inner Heisenberg, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell icon because my next guide is diving deep into employees and automation. Click here to watch it. Go out there, cook smart, and stay safe. Or don't.